Okay, let me give you the table of contents first. But give me your attention for the next little while, and let's go through the ideas that I think the major things that help me to really make the changes in my life. I want you to ponder these 4 questions. Here's the first one, and that's why. Why pay the price? Why work this hard? Why go this far? Why try to have it all? Why study? Why put yourself out? Why try to take on this much responsibility? Why share that much? Why give that much away? Why try to become everything? That's a good question, why? One of the big thrusts for success is to come up with a strong enough why. But if the why isn't strong, if your goals aren't powerful, if the vision isn't clear, the old prophet said, without a vision we die, without a vision we perish, without a dream we're nothing, without a dream we are nothing. Now here's number 2. Why not? Why not see how much you can earn? Why not see how many skills you can develop? Why not see what kind of person you can become? If a farm boy can wander out of Idaho and finally arrive at this extravaganza, why not you? If it's happened for you, why not others? And why not you? You've got to stay here till you go. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Why not see how much you can do, how far you can go? Now here's number 3. Why not you? I wish I could say that to each of you individually. I'd rather sit down and talk with you and your family with the fire burning in the living room than to be standing on this platform. That's my true desire. Pour out my heart, my soul, what's going on in my head, what's going on with me, see if we couldn't connect and find something valuable. But time doesn't permit for us to have those intimate conversations and get to know each other that well. So I've got to do it from up here. But I want you to take it personal. You've got the brains. You can make decisions. You can change your life. You can grow immensely in the next few years. You can make your dreams come true. You can build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through. You can become healthy. You can become powerful. Why not you? And now here's my last question. My very last question on the questions to ponder is why not now? There never was a better time. Take this dream and not let it die. Take this dream and give it life and breathe into it your own personal spirit until finally it becomes a flame that burns around the whole world. Let's go do it now. Some people these days are big on affirmations. You've got to be very careful of affirmations. There's a thin line between faith and folly. The best clue I can give you on affirmations is this. Affirmation without discipline is the beginning of delusion. And there's nothing worse than delusion. The guy keeps walking west looking for the sunrise. I mean, delusion is bad. However, affirmation with discipline can bring the most spectacular results. Well, that's good to make an affirmation. But the next question is, what are you going to do to back up the affirmation? Backing up affirmation with discipline. Make sure you always have a game plan to match your wishes. Otherwise, they will always be wishes. Let me just quickly give you a list of 4 emotions that can change your life in one day. Emotions are powerful. Sometimes it doesn't take much to alter your whole life direction. Here they are. Number 1, disgust. Powerful emotion. Disgust says, I have had it. The day you can say, I've had it, may not be the day it ends, but the day it begins. Powerful day. The man's finally had it with mediocrity. He's had it with being a loser. He's finally had it with those awful sick feelings inside. Finally says, I've had it. Being on my knees in the dust looking for pennies. We're not living like this anymore. Commit an act that says, I've had it. Here's the next one, decision. And decision making is powerful. And it's emotional. We sometimes call it inner civil war. What shall I do? Well, for progress, you must decide. If it's easy, do it easy. If it's hard, do it hard. Just get it done. Many times after you've decided, getting on with it is easier than deciding. Sometimes decision is the toughest part. Here's the next emotion, desire, wanting to bad enough. It comes from inside, not outside. I know desire can be triggered by something. Welcome every human experience. You never know which one is going to turn it all on. Even the bad experiences. Sometimes from the bitterest experience comes the greatest awakening. The same wall that keeps out disappointment keeps out happiness. Let life touch you. Here's the last one. This one's powerful. Resolve. Resolve says, I will. Two of the most powerful words in the language. I will. Shortly put, I'll do it or die. The world has a strange way of stepping aside when somebody says, I'll do it or die. The man says, I will climb the mountain. They've told me it's too high, it's too far, it's too rocky, it's too difficult, it's never been done before, but it's my mountain, I will climb it. Pretty soon you'll see me waving from the top. Or dead on the side, because I ain't coming back. And I asked, who can tell me what resolve means? I said, darling, what do you think it means? She said, I think it means promise yourself you will never give up. How long should a baby try to learn how to walk? How long? How long would you give your average baby before you shut him off? How long? See, any mother in the world would say, you're crazy. My baby's going to keep trying until it learns how to walk. What a magic formula. If you will change, everything will change for you. If you will change, everything will change for you. Before I heard that promise, up until age 25, I used to go through the day with my fingers crossed, hoping things would change. Hoping my boss would change, hoping the company would change, hoping the weather would change, certainly hoping circumstances would change, hoping the wind would change, hoping the economy would change, something would change that would give me a better chance to have a better life. Then I found out that's not what needs to change. It's going to be like it's going to be. Politics are going to be like they're going to be. Unlevel playing field, it's going to be like it's going to be. Right? The races, the mix, it's all going to be like it's going to be. The difference is going to be you. But he said, if you will change, everything will change. But then he also gave me the warning. Here it is. If you don't change, nothing will change. And he said, the next 6 years of your life will be just like the last. I used to have this funny list called Reasons for Not Looking Good. I used to blame the government. I used to blame taxes. Look what you got left after they take everything. I used to blame the weather. I blamed the traffic. I blamed company policy. I blamed my negative relatives. They were always putting me down. I blamed my cynical neighbors. They're just selfish, looking out for themselves. I used to blame the economy. That's a pretty good list for not doing well, isn't it? I thought it was good. I'll never forget one day with sort of a curious look on his face, he said, Jim, just out of curiosity, tell me, how come you haven't done well up until now? I thought, well, so I won't look too bad, I'll go through the I learned very quickly to tear up my list, reasons for not doing well, and I threw it away. And I got me a fresh piece of paper. And I put one word on it. Me. It's not what happens. that determines the quality or the quantity of your life. What happens to about everybody. No different. And I found out that the same things can happen to two different people. One gets rich and one stays poor. Why is that? It's because it's not what happens, but rather it's what you do that changes everything.